And Barracuda had a mouth out this world.
Speak real quick.
That's that motherfucker master bite pressure, man. It threw something in
Yeah,
that
that
bitch,
mother.
man.
The Barracuda had, man, Barracuda dog will sever your dog shit like scissors.
Hey, so Lockjaw, I got a question in for you, bro.
Yes,
So
sir.
let's say out that first litter, right? So are you gonna favor the acro? So you it's a chance you get both though. You might get out that first cross, you might get the size you want, and you might get, you feel me, the dog to act how you want it to, but you gonna have to choose. So you might get a gamer dog, but it's smaller. And then you take that back to
Them
Barracuda,
motherfuckers
you
ain't
might
gonna
be
be
back
small.
at 50, 60 pounds.
Them motherfuckers ain't gonna be. So I'm looking at them. They got the size from the presser.
Because if
I'm
you
looking
gonna
at
pull up,
it.
okay, now we
It's
looking at
not.
Barracuda.
It ain't gonna be
Lockjaw.
no consistency with the first generation.
Yeah, the smallest one was the
They're gonna
brindle
be
one.
all over the place.
You got to
It's just
chop it
like
up.
pit bull puppies. Pit bull puppies range in so many different sizes and pressures. So the smallest one was the brindle one. So my partner got her. The biggest two, I got the biggest male and the biggest female. They
Yeah.
gonna be big, and I'm looking at them. I done had pressers. They 3 months. These motherfuckers big, but they ain't gonna be big as your presser because pressers now are 150 pounds. They might be 85, 90 pounds, 100 pounds. You
Right.
know,
You think? I don't even think they're gonna be that big, bro.
they might don't.
See, you
Look, you
looking at
guys,
his son. Go
Cause
try to
you guys got to
cause
understand.
Queen ain't nothing but 100 pounds, maybe.
Look,
go
man.
go.
Maybe if that.
Hey, Lockjaw,
Yo,
pull up Grand Champion Hunch, Haunch, Hunch. That's Mayday's son. Now look at the difference between Mayday and Hunch.
When taken to what kind of female? What's his bottom like?
He still went red. I think he went Hunch should be Red Boy Jock on the bottom too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Yeah.
He's just a different strain. He went through some of the pit stop stuff. He's got a little bit of Jeep stuff on the bottom
Jeep,
too.
yeah, he got a little Jeep on him.
Y'all gotta understand. Y'all gotta understand. Okay, Mayday dogs are Hollingsworth dogs. Okay, look, I can put you on some game real quick. Okay, out of the Luke Kane litter. Okay, out of the Luke Kane litter, I had a litter mate brother to Luke Kane. Okay, I was dealing with them boys down at Latin Force down in Florida when they had the Mayday dog down there. Okay, so let me explain something to y'all, because I hear y'all talking about genetics and different crosses that were made, and let me put you onto some real game that might help somebody, you know, because this is real information from Mr. Hollingsworth and where the dogs really came from. Okay, I was there, I was around. Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you. Mr. Hollingsworth, he had some of the biggest, roughest, gamest pit bulls there were, but they were really slow. Like, they were really slow to mature. They were really slow to turn on. But once they got there, man, they really went full steam ahead. A lot of people thought that he had a quarter Appalachia Bulldog in there. And that's where the big ears were coming from and the size was coming from. Now, these were real dogmen back in the day, and everyone was saying, man, how is this old white bastard getting all these big dogs like this? Okay, so people started looking at it, and if you look into it, if you go back and look at the Hollingsworth dogs versus any other line of game-bred dogs that were going on back that day, they did have some funky characteristics as far as their ears go and as far as their snouts and their heads go, right? So you take into account back then, they say that Mr. Hollingsworth was using a quarter to an eighth of Appalachia Blue Blood Bulldog. Okay. Now you fast forward, and you know, Mr. Hollingsworth originally, he originally sold some dogs to Victor. Okay. And Mayday came from that. Okay.
But it came from Dolly, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So Mr. Hollingsworth sold him a Dolly and all those dogs, and Dolly was pregnant. So Mayday was in that belly when Victor bought them dogs.
Yeah,
Okay?
he bought her pregnant, right?
Right. So, But you gotta understand now. We're talking about a yard of 80, 60 to 80 dogs. Okay, Victor only bought 6 or 7 dogs. The rest of them went to Ed Farron at Wildside Kennels.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, with as much success, you got to ask yourself then. Now, boys, I'm just asking you to ask yourself this question. Don't listen to me. Just ask yourself this question. If 90% of that yard went to a real deal dogman who was real deal bulldogging at that time, and he didn't keep a single one of them motherfuckers.
But okay, so we
You got a
say
point.
what we
You got
say,
a point
but
now.
okay, he got a point. But remember what happened to Ed, right? He got busted
What's that got to do with bulldogs?
because he never was able to recover a lot of those dogs. And what he did,
He sold them dogs off long before he got busted.
no, he sold a lot of them dogs to Tom. Yeah,
Some of them went to Tom, but a lot of them went out to Gary at Red Tie Kennels and the people that were running the Jeep Jocko dogs. Okay, because listen to me, Jeep Jocko dogs are absolute trash without Red Boy in there.
Thank you.
They can't stand. Okay, they're 25, 40-minute barnstorming curs without Red Boy.
I'm gonna draw it down and come back. My shit messing up.
Okay.
All right. So, but here's the thing, okay? So you got to understand, like, when I was playing this game, all right, in my area on the East Coast, it was either Jeep Jocko Red Boy dogs or it was Eli Snooty dogs. Those were what you had to pick from for the people that you had, unless you wanted to go far and import something. You know what I mean? Like if you want to drive all the way across states.
Cause that Snooty, that Snooty shit, isn't that what the Jersey boys had?
They had some of it, yeah, but they had mostly Boyle stuff.
Yeah, they was using that Boyle stuff to cross it out with, but I knew they had that Snooty shit.
Yeah, so
That Snooty stuff was down here in Florida too.
Yeah. So
down here in Florida too.
So here's how it shakes out, right? Like so I'm gonna go way back, right? Like I'm gonna go back to like the 70s. All right. So Bert Sorrells, which y'all brought up, okay, Bert Sorrells and
Miss Janie? Tatanka?
Bobby Hall.
Oh my God.
Had it going on. Okay. The only thing that could really hang with them Bullison dogs was them Sorrell dogs. Okay. So you pick up there, right? Like what you winded up having was you winded up having a southern bred bulldog versus a northern bred bulldog. All right. A gentleman named Randall Abernathy kind of broke the mold when he took Eli dogs and put them over Snooty dogs. Okay?
I remember that Abernathy blood. If you got it in your pedigree, it's so far back, it's ridiculous.
Well. If you go through some of my pictures on my page, I got pictures of me and Randall standing next to each other. So now look. So Randall was smart. Okay, Randall was dealing with the professional, Mr. Kimy Woods. All right, Mr. Kimy Woods is probably, if not, the most underrated dogman of all time. All right, Kimy Woods was way better than Maurice Carver. Kimy Woods was way better than Floyd Boudreau. Kimy Woods is, always will be the GOAT of bulldogs.
I've heard his name. I know some of his work, but I ain't gonna lie to you. And I know you've been around longer than me, so I give all respect to what you said. But to put him over Carver, ooh, now Boudreaux, I could probably understand
He put Carver on. Like when Carver couldn't listen. Carver went out and bought. Carver was a fucking salesman. That's all he was. All right. he threw money at problems. That's how he fixed it. All right. And so he went out and bought all. He couldn't do shit. So he went to the doctor because Kimy Woods was a doctor in real life, like a doctor, like he was a smart fucking guy. All right. He understood genetics. He was a doctor. Like stitch you up, fix you, make you better. Hey doc, I'm sick. Doctor. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
so Maurice Carver went to him and said, hey, listen, what am I doing wrong genetically? And Kimy Woods said, well, you got this family of dogs. You need to breed them like this. And as soon as he got that information, that's when his program took off.
Okay. I
right.
follow you.
All right. So you got to understand what happened behind the scenes. All right. So Randall Abernathy figured it out. Okay. When you could take real high-strung, high-vigor Eli dogs and put them on top of really calm, cool, collective, snooty dogs, and you could get unbelievably deep gameness without all that stupidity that the red bull stuff brings.
Yeah.
All right? Because look it. They may be tough as nails, but they sure are dumb as a box of rocks.
I was just about to say that shit. They just do stupid shit. I think they do shit just because they can do shit.
They dumb, bro. They don't know how to get out of their own way sometimes.
Barnstorming type, yeah.
And what we was talking about last night, I was like, that's part of the reason when Patrick found out, hey, I could take this Red Boy Jocko dog and put him on top of my Bolio tombstone and come out with something different too. I don't have to worry about the stupidity of the dog. I'm getting game, intelligence, rugged dogs.
Look, let me tell you something. Red Boy, if any of y'all know how to cook, right? Red Boy is basically like an all-purpose seasoning. You just
seasoning salt.
All you need is just a tiny, just a little tiny kiss of it. That's it. Any more than that, man, you're gonna bring out that dumb shit. You know that
just put that shit under some turtle buster shit.
Because listen to me, the boy.
I seen a lot of turtle buster dogs.
Man.
You say put Red Boy under Turtle Buster?
There's Red Boy Jocko up under it, but yeah.
Well, that's good enough right there. If you got that, all you got to do is keep working with it.
Nah, that's what that Brindle Male is in my own shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, keep working with that. That's a good combination itself.
Yeah.
And
if you take if you take it and put that on Eli Carver on there, it'll give you a little something more. But me personally, I like that little blend right there. That's one of the most.
And that's good. That like what you said, bro. You was being honest, like you said. Hey, it's a little more. You ain't being greedy. You just taking what you satisfied with. You ain't being greedy. And as long as you keep breeding that way, you're gonna be successful.
Now that's right. Now, if something's working, fuck what everyone else telling you.
Right. That's what I was telling you, Lockjaw.
You know what I mean? Like so here's the thing.
So Barracuda, how Barracuda breed, right? I mean, no, not this dog right here, Huncho. What is dog name, Huncho?
Hunt.
This Hunt.
Big Apple's Hunt.
What his weight was?
That's big. About 55, 56, something like that. Match weight.
So I mean, on the chain, he close to 70.
60.
How that big
65.
How he bred?
He went off his light. He actually fluctuated a couple times, but he went right around that 48, 49 mark.
A couple times, but I know during his whole campaign, he was at 55, if I'm not mistaken, or 54.
Hey, Lockjaw, that bitch cooked up.
One or two times. That's Mayday's son.
I don't think they did.
No, that's Barracuda's son, right?
No, Mayday's son. Hunch is Mayday's son.
Mayday's son.
Look at him. He look like Mayday.
Look at the tongue.
Barracuda do.
Hey, look at the tone, the stock ratio on him, though. Look at the tone, the stock ratio on him, though, man. That motherfucker look different, man.
Mayday. But see, like the bro was just saying, Those floppy ears, that big head, those big bones, that come from Mr. Ernest Hollingsworth. If you look at Dolly, Dolly was a dog that, man, would bite oak tree roots out the ground. She would just bite them out the ground. Dolly was a dog that you just didn't want to deal with. Dolly was a hell of a dog. Now that's
Lockjaw
Barracuda.
funny, man.
This is Barracuda, but the picture he just showed you before this was Hunch.
Yeah.
Now go look up Grand
And
Champion
both
Luke
and
Kane.
both and,
Go look up
and both
Grand
of them
Champion
are,
Mayday. Both of them on Mayday. Go look up Grand Champion Luke Kane. That's another one of Mayday's sons that was a Grand Champion. Luke Kane, Lukane.
Hey, look. Why he looking up that bitch, man? I was interested in a Niggerino dog recently, but I ain't never seen one. Y'all never seen one of them motherfuckers? Y'all like them bitches?
Man, back in the day, man, those dogs were one of the most sought after dogs ever.
EBER.
That Niggerino, Kate's Niggerino.
Yeah,
Kate,
yeah.
they still got them going.
Hey, you want to talk about some nigger? Listen.
Yeah, tell me about it.
wanna
Give me
talk
help. I want to know. I never seen it.
Hey, matter of
wanna
fact,
talk
hold on, Derek. 58. Before when we get off of here, go look up Kate's Niggerino on
Yeah,
TikTok. They still on TikTok. They still got dogs for sale.
Yeah. I followed them, but I seen a dog with somebody in the Facebook group. That motherfucker look good. I was interested in it, but
Y'all ever hear of Crunch Kennels champion, Meister champion MacGyver?
no.
Yeah, I've heard of him. Don't
Not
know
me.
his work, but I heard of him.
Okay, you're talking to the guy that campaigned both them dogs.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I've been around a few dogs. Rapid Roy, you know Rapid Roy?
Nah, not me.
No, I don't know him. I think I've heard that
that's
name.
him right there, right?
No,
Hey, y'all tap the
this
screen.
right here.
Hey, that's him right there, right?
That's Luke Kane. Now you see how he looked different from Mayday and Barracuda? I mean, he looked different from Barracuda and Hunch and Mayday.
Natural Born got some good Luke Kane shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, Luke Kane, man. Luke Kane was a motherfucker. Mayday put
that whole little.
Now what he looked like? He looked like a smaller version of them.
Yes.
He carry
smaller
more of the
version.
terrier genetics. That's all. He could just carry more terrier.
You see, he got the smaller head, but if he was bigger, those ears would fall down on his head.
No, he took
he
took from the terrier shit. That's why he got the thin bone and ears halfway high.
They thin compared to his ancestors and his siblings, but those are pretty thick bones.
Hey, Lockjaw. Hey, they put that motherfucker. They did that motherfucker outcross back in a couple generations, man. Then you know what I mean. They working with the gap down. That's why he don't look like that.
Start going down. Look.
Yeah. This when it started to water down.
Going down because they did an outcross, man. I'm telling you, man. Look, you can see the shit. Hey, you got masters, Lockjaw.
But I'm gonna show you something too, 58. I'm gonna show you what they were doing back in the day.
The muzzle got shorter, the lips higher.
Let's go back to this. Let's go back to this. Look at the difference.
Look, it's not the same.
The droopy lips, man. Master, man.
And I'm gonna show you something else, 58. 58, check this out. Check this out, 58.
You're gonna shrink them down. When you inbreed, you're gonna shrink them down. You're gonna lose size when you inbreed. That's a fact.
Okay, so hey, 58, check this out. And I think Derek can attest to this too.
Look at the head on it, man.
You wasn't getting dogs to where you can line breed. Most of them dogs came to when you got them dogs, they was at their finished product. So you had to outcross it, because if not, you were gonna get deformed dogs because they were too tight anyway.
Right. You weren't. Yeah, they were.
Then Dog Man didn't sell you dogs with crosses. They sold you line bred dogs, so you couldn't line breed it no more.
They sold you a piece of the cake, but not the recipe to make it.
Hey, Derek, I won't back then, but you don't think they threw shit in for desired traits like mouth, dogs with heavy PSA, thick bone dogs, big bone dogs?
Yeah, they did.
Listen. There's always gonna be somebody that does some kind of fuckery. All right. Always.
Corvino sold you pit bull mixed crossed out with a staff.
Yeah, but they did what they were supposed to do.
They did what they were supposed to do, but that's what I mean. When people go and say, "Oh, that Corvino blood," that Corvino blood was probably 25%, 35% staff, but the rest game dog.
Okay,
Joe Joe
here's
Corvino was
And
selling
hold
you
on,
staffs.
so I
did
guess
it?
here's the real
But
question. I guess here's
did it perform? But did it
Yeah,
perform
it
though?
did. It did. It
Obviously,
did.
did
It
it
did.
perform?
It
Okay, so
did.
it's just
It
like a
did.
race car. He came in first.
Right, right. It's just like what you doing.
It's just like a race car.
Right,
Hey,
right.
hey, hey! On the race car subject, look here. A race car needs two people. A race car needs someone to build the race car, and then it needs somebody to drive the race car. Okay, so that's where people got it fucked up. Okay, a lot of people want to get into this thing. They're real good drivers, but they horrible mechanics. And they want to go and get their own little thing in their own little garage, and they want to start tinkering. And man, leave it alone. Go buy the damn car and drive. You a driver, drive. Let the mechanics build the shit. Pay them for their car and go win with it. What is so hard about that? Why everybody got to be a damn mechanic?
Right.
Being that mechanic is a different thing. You got
You
to
know what I'm
know
saying?
what
If
you're
y'all
doing.
don't even understand, you gotta understand. Like, if you don't fully understand, and you weren't around the dogs that are behind the dogs that you have, bro, you're left out because you don't. You're
You don't
forced
believe in a
to.
dog.
You don't know. You know what I
Right.
mean? You don't know. So to put together that motor, you got no business. You're never gonna get it to run right.
That's why Pat Patrick, one of my favorite ones. I don't care what like they could say, oh, he didn't like us. Let's put it like that. He had different feelings about different people. He did. Okay, cool. But when it came down to bulldogging, either he was going to be a cross 16 feet across from the best bulldog, or he had the best bulldog that night. That's one thing I love about Pat Patrick. And he had the sauce.
He did have the sauce.
He had the dog and he had the sauce to make the dog. Pat Patrick wasn't, you look at him, oh, he's skinny. All right, play with him if you want to.
Right. But again, he wasn't the one that was conditioning, and he wasn't the one that was schooling them dogs.
No.
So he was the mechanic. He was
Right.
building the dogs and then saying, "Hey, take this out on the track and tell me how it does." And people were coming back and being like, "That's a prototype?" He's like, "Yeah, I got like 30 of them." They're like, "Dude, run that."
Tom, one of the best in the world today. Tom was the same way. Tom had the tools, he had whatever you needed, but Tom wasn't the driver.
Right. And so if we're gonna get on that subject, like, you can go back and look. Here's another rabbit hole you can go down. Okay, if you look at the Frisco dogs, the early Frisco dogs look way different, act way different, perform way different than the late day Frisco dogs, and that is because okay, Frisco really did die in '95. So anything after '95 that's off of Frisco is bullshit.
It's a straw.
It's no, it's bullshit.
You don't think it's a straw?
No.
You don't think Tom pulled straws? Now, if you would have
He
said,
definitely did.
if you would have
No.
said, if you would have said Chinaman, I'd have been like, okay, ain't no straws off of Chinaman because it was too early for that even to evolve within the DNA, like with science. But if you tell me Frisco, I believe he got straws off of Frisco.
Okay. There is no way, if you take the breedings from '95 forward that are off of Frisco, there is no way that dog gave Tom that many straws. No way. No way.
Okay, I go to as far as to tell you this. I never have, still don't to this day, believe Frisco is Chinaman dad. I mean, is Chinaman's son.
No, he is.
Oh, okay.
That breeding was legit. But here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. You got to understand now. Vinny gave Tom Frisco.
Chinaman.
Look, no.
Frisco. Right.
Okay, look at his. Let me back up so y'all boys can understand what really happened. Okay, Randall. We're gonna go back to Randall Abernathy. Okay, Randall Abernathy was breeding.
1 second. Hey, tap that screen. We got 53 people in the chat. Y'all go ahead and tap that screen, man. There's good conversation. If you want to learn something, these guys got history for days.
Let's go. Tap the screen. Let's get it. Come on. Now look, here we go.